Today's video is kind of brought on by recent events. Everybody pretty much knows about the coronavirus pandemic, as they're calling it, that we're now dealing with, and the fact that, well, we are in a state of emergency, and there is talks of quarantine, statewide, nationwide, individual, all that. And so to kind of lighten the mood, or at least attempt to, I figured I would do a top 5 things you can do if you get quarantined or if we're all quarantined. But let's get into the list. Now, I'm going to give an honorable mention before I get to number 5, which you can already see. Honorable mention is kind of for the content creators out there. Make videos. That's kind of my plan. If I get stuck in here for several weeks, plan on getting a ton of videos sent to you by me, because that's pretty much all I'm going to have to do is create content. But with that being said, let's get into the top 5. So number 5 is reload, and this doesn't apply to everybody, but if you're a reloader, get some supplies and crank out some ammo. That's what I've kind of tried to set up everything here to be able to reload as much as possible if I do get stuck here, and it's a productive way to waste a lot of time. So number 5 is reload. Oh, there we go. Number 4 is clean your guns. Clean your guns. Especially if you have a bunch of guns that sit in the safe, take the time and pull them out and clean them. Give them a good thorough cleaning if they haven't. Some of my stuff has sat in the safe for a couple years without really being touched. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to give them a good wipe down. Run the board clean, all that, and just give them a good thorough oiling and look over. Make sure they're all good. Make sure there's no rust or anything developing, and just go over them, give them a good once over. So that's number 4. Number 3 is for the tactical crowd, and I guess anybody concealed carry. Dry fire practice. Obviously you can't go to the range when you're quarantined, but do some dry fire practice. Maybe do practice your reload, and do try and disassemble, reassemble your gun blindfolded. See if you can do it. See if you can reload your gun without looking at it. Practice stuff like that you can do in the house with dummy rounds or completely unloaded. And again, kill some time and maybe hone your skills a little bit more. So that's number 3. Number 2 is inventory your stuff. So this one's, I guess, for the hoarders in the group, me included. Go through your stuff and inventory what you have. Inventory your ammo supply, your part supply. See what you might need or what you have too much of. Maybe you're somebody who has been stockpiling stuff for years, and then you finally inventory it all, and you realize at this point you probably could have bought a second house with the amount of money you spent on ammo. Or perhaps you realize you've got some holes in your supplies. For me, I just started looking at my ammo the other day and realized I have 3 guns that fire 38 special, and I think I have 1 box of 38 special. And sadly, there's not really any on the shelves that I can find, so I think I'll be going into the pandemic or the quarantine, if it happens, with 1 box of 38 special and plus 6 rounds that are bolted up there. So yeah, inventory your stuff, make a list of what you might need to go pick up after this is all over. Now, once you've accomplished all this, there's number 1 and this is probably the most important thing. You knew it was coming. Zombies. In the unlikely event that this does start producing zombies, I've heard that there are a couple different strains of this possibly floating around, and who knows, we might get some zombies out of this. It would be a terrible thing to happen where we have the zombie apocalypse, and it would be absolutely terrible for that to happen. But we can only hope and pray that that does not happen. But just in case, zombie preparation. Make sure your mags are loaded, everything's ready to go, and hopefully it does not come to that where we have to enact the zombie apocalypse plan. But so that's my top 5 things to do while quarantined. If you have any other ideas, feel free to put them down below. I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks they might do while they are stuck in their house for 2 weeks. And yeah, other than that, have a good day.